Tonight on Tom's River Schools Today, we will take a look at how one teacher at High School East is doing an amazing job.
And as always, we have a look at some of the events from around the school district. Tom's River Schools Today starts in 2 minutes.
Just a feeling that I have, yeah.
Hi, do you have ID? Yep. Oh, okay, thanks. Hi, do you have ID?
No, I don't.
Oh, well, you can't be in the building without ID. I need
Alright.
to...
It's okay.
Excuse me. Yes, security, please. There's a young man in the building without ID, and he's running away from my post here at call duty.
Hello and welcome to Tom's River Schools Today for Wednesday, January the 6th. I'm Susie Keating.
And I'm Shay. Later on tonight, we see how one family is serving our country together.
But up first tonight, we take a look at our elementary schools and our elementary happening segment.
Starting off our elementary happenings, please bring your food for donations to Westover for Food Drive Friday. Your help can go a long way.
Let's take a look at today's random fact of the day.
Hi, I'm Ryan McGilloway with TV21's Random Fact of the Day. Michelangelo carved his self-portrait into the locks of hair on the statue of David.
A superhero's cross-country trip to deliver hope to kids is a hit, Lexi Hootling reports.
About hope now.
It took him 36 hours, all the way across the country from West Virginia to get to Bakersfield.
Always do the right thing. Never give. Never be a bully.
Arriving in his sleek, iconic Batmobile, or as he calls it, the Hope-mobile.
Whenever he pulled up, that was kind of priceless. All the kids were so excited.
Brianna Schechter, the founder and director of Second Star to the Right, says Batman came to give a positive, inspiring message to all kids in Bakersfield.
Not just for Second Star to the Right, not just children battling cancer, but any children that are struggling or having a hard time in their lives.
She says the Current Autism Society, League of Dreams, and several other community organizations were all invited as well.
We want to reach kids from all different types of disabilities and illnesses because realistically, when it comes down to it, all of them are just as important as one another.
Batman spent time getting to know each kid, taking pictures, talking with them, and even giving them a chance to hop inside the Hope Mobile themselves.
The experience is big for them, but the biggest thing is they'll never forget what they learned today, which is tough things make them stronger. And that's the most important thing.
Tough things make me stronger.
And it's that message, tough things make you stronger, that Batman is delivering not just in Bakersfield, but all around California. He tells me tomorrow he is headed to San Bernardino, partnering with their police department to spread a message of hope and healing to children and families in the area following the December 2nd mass shooting.
This is it. This is the Hope Mobile. This is what it's all about. And everywhere this goes, it makes grown-up smiles, it inspires kids, and it helps kids through tough situations.
It's time to take a trip around the world in our 60-second road trip. Can you guess where we are today?
My face above the water. My feet can't touch the ground, and it feels like I can see the sands on the horizon every time you are not around. Slowly drifting away. Wave.
It's now time for us to take a look at the dictionary.com's word of the day. Today's word is bogart, meaning to bully or intimidate. And now for today's sentence. 3 of the older girls bogarted the ice cream, ignoring the other girls' plea for them to share.
Now we are going to take a short break, but coming up we take a look at our intermediate happenings.
And we also take a look at your weather. So stick around and we'll be right back.
Big dreams and good grades aren't enough to get into college. There are actual steps you need to take. Finding someone who can help is the first and most important. For the next steps, go to knowhowtogo.org.
What's it like when you hear your calling? Will you remember where you were? Will you ignore it? Or will you listen? What if it calls you to go halfway around the world? To share your skills, to serve people you've never met, to do things you never thought you could. Peace Corps. Life is calling. How far will you go?
Welcome back. Starting off our intermediate happenings. At Intermediate South, it is Seminole Spirit Day every Friday. Don't forget to wear your Seminole colors. Spirit wear is on sale in the school store.
All students are reminded if they would like to see any sporting event at Intermediate South, you must go home first and return at game time with an adult.
It is now time for our environmental tip of the day. Each day on the show, we will be bringing you a tip that will help you save the environment. Let's take a look at today's tip.
I'm Vinny DiStefano with TV21's Environmental Tip of the Day. Remember, when you travel, stay at hotels that use less water or energy. Unplug your VCR or other electronics that use electricity even when off.
Every day on the show, we will be bringing you a tip of the day to help you save the environment. So stay tuned tomorrow as we give you another way to help you save the earth.
When members of the military are deployed overseas, it's usually very difficult on them and their families, but it's a little easier for one family in New Mexico. That's because a father and daughter are being deployed together, Sasha Leninger reports.
Hundreds packed the chemo theater for the National Guard's Yellow Ribbon ceremony. But for two soldiers, today meant more than just a farewell.
I think you're 20 years old, is that right? Well, you stay standing, 20 years old. Okay, First Sergeant Lucia, stand up. Okay. Notice the family resemblance?
Krista and her father will be serving in Kuwait together.
A few years ago, she said that she wanted to go in the military, and it really surprised me. So, and then her to volunteer to go with my company to overseas to do the mission. It's really an honor.
Krista is a medic, and when the opportunity to serve alongside her dad came up, she couldn't say no.
It was one of his friends that he actually deployed with. He actually asked me to go. They said that they needed medics to come, and they just figured it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be able to go with my father.
She says having him there will help her more than he knows.
It's a pretty awesome thing, you know. It takes the edge off of being deployed, so it's not nearly as nerve-wracking for me. And so it's just awesome to be able to share this experience with my father.
Even more touching, it's Krista's first time being deployed and her father's last. The elder Messias says it's a passing of the torch, so his daughter can carry on the family's legacy of honor.
A little boy in California found a message in a bottle that was set adrift 28 years ago. But, as Rena Nakado reports, it's not that easy to track down the person who wrote it.
On New Year's Eve along the beautiful Mendocino coastline, little Ryder Goggin was celebrating his 5th birthday.
We were walking around under the bridge, and that's when Ryder decided to cross over the creek.
He usually finds crab and small shrimp, but that day Ryder found something he'd never seen before.
Message in a bottle.
I definitely thought of pirates, and I thought maybe it was a treasure map.
His mother, Heather Baird, says there were bugs stuck on the lid of the bottle, but managed to twist it open. To their surprise, inside was a letter.
It says, "Hi, my name is Chris. I'm 10 years old and in the 5th grade. I live in Sacramento. Call me when you find this to let me know where it washed ashore. September 5th, 1988. I gave the number a call, and of course it was disconnected.
We called the number as well, 916-383-5290. Of course, that would have been way too easy. So we went to the Sacramento Public Library. The staff opened a special room with public records archives. There was nothing for 1988, but in 1981...
Cliff Farnsworth.
Clue number 1. It's a long shot, but back at the station we searched and searched, then called and called. We even started calling any 36 to 39-year-old Chris's, Christophers, Christinas, Christines, still nothing. Then another clue. Baird told us her aunt at the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C. found out the number belonged to another person in 1988. He had passed away. We reached out to his family, but came up short.
Well, I think it would be great to find Chris and to find out, where he put the bottle in the water.
A romantic story of a Sacramento child and his curiosity, now in the hands of a boy at Jug Handle Reserve in Mendocino County.
I hope we find out some really good things about where his life went.
Until then, this 28-year-old story in the making will have to be continued.
It is now time for another break. Coming up later in the show, we will take a look at your high school happenings.
Popsicles today. We'll be right back.
These kids almost had a new community center. A contractor almost volunteered to build it. A carpenter almost worked on the crew. And everyone else almost gave at the fundraiser. They almost gave. Almost. And these kids? Well, they almost stayed out of trouble.
Cans, water bottles, and clothes. These forms of aid cost more to ship than you think. Cash donations provide immediate and effective relief to those who need it, without the shipping costs. If we all do our part, together, we can provide help across the world. To learn more, check out CIDI.org.
Nope. Starting off our high school happenings, attention students and staff. The school store is now open to serve you. We are stocked with all your Raider apparel needs, including Champion and Under Armour brands. The school store is open every day after school from 1:40 to 2 p.m. We also have Yoo-Hoo, Snapple, and water for $1, as well as many delicious snacks to get you energized for your after-school practices. Stop in today. It's time to get Raiderized.
Attention seniors, is your college coming to visit? Please stop by the guidance office to see the list of college visits and when the representatives will be coming to High School East. The Spanish National Honor Society will be selling birthday grams for $5 each. You will get a balloon, card, lollipop, and will be wished a happy birthday in the morning announcements. See Miss Micah in S22 for order forms and questions.
Attention all of our wonderful East students. We are looking for leaders with problem-solving communication skills to work with our teachers and parents to improve school outcomes related to student attendance, behavior, and overall school climate. We are holding individual committee meetings at the end of this month and would love to have you involved. Interested? Check out the flyer in your teacher's classroom or stop in the main office to look for further details.
Up next, we start our look at the amazing teachers from the Toms River schools. We stop in tonight with Mr. Dirk, a teacher from High School East. Let's take a look.
Today. Mr. Dirk has been teaching for 7 years. We had a chance to sit down with him and talk about his careers. Let's take a look.
I went to school at Rutgers University, received a BS there, and then on to Life University. My BS is in biophysics, and my doctorate is in life sciences, chiropractic. This is my 8th year at High School East. My mom taught for years, and she'd come home from work and she'd always seem happy. So after years of being a chiropractor, I thought I might give it a shot. Got my own practice, my own chiropractic practice, right here in Toms River. So, and I still practice.
Just pure water. Where's there a higher concentration?
I like the fact when you see a confused face turn into a face of like that aha moment where a kid actually gets something that a difficult concept or whatever. That's the best part, where you see a kid actually understand something that you're trying to get across to them.
All right.
I teach 3 sections of honors biology and then 2 sections of anatomy and physiology. First half of the year, second half of the year, it's the biochemistry of nutrition. I do. I like biology.
You've got
processes, photosynthesis and cellular respiration. I like it at the molecular level. So they're tough concepts.
What's it?
Mr. Dirk has a great class this year. I'm Melanie from Tom's River Schools today.
Switching to High School North, every Wednesday is Green Day at North. Remember to wear green to help get the word out about the need for recycling and energy conservation.
Let's now take a look at what grinds our gears.
I'm Brad Korea, and what really grinds my gears is that we have to get here at 6 o'clock to get a spot on Raider Way.
It's now time for us to take a short break. After the break, we will take a look at your 3-day forecast.
Tom's River Schools today will be right back.
Every year, mothers lose their babies to gun crimes. You'll always be your mother's baby. So before you commit a gun crime, think about who you'll leave behind. Gun crimes hit home.
I watched you cry, bathed in sunlight by the bathroom door. Obsessed, depressed at the same time. I can't even walk in a straight line. I've been lying in the dark, no sunshine, no sunshine, no sunshine. She cries when I look into your eyes. You're not even there. It's just a feeling, just a feeling, just a feeling that I have. It's just a feeling, just a feeling, just a feeling that I have, yeah.
Starting off sports, as on-air flirtation didn't work out for an international cricket player, he didn't win any points for hitting on a TV reporter during a live TV interview. But as G Moose reports, he's not the first guy to try flirting on air.
Don't blush, baby, tends not to be a good answer to a sports reporter's question about cricket.
We're going to leave it on that note. Well done, thanks. Sorry.
Star batsman Chris Gale got a little too lost in the eyes of Australian Channel 10 reporter Mel McLaughlin.
I want to come and have an interview with you as well. That's the reason why I'm here, so just to see your eyes for the first time. It's nice, so hopefully win this game and we can have a drink after. Don't blush, baby.
I'm not blushing.
But some saw red. Not clever, not funny, not original. How about just let a fine broadcaster do her job, tweeted a fellow reporter. Gale's club called his behavior inappropriate. It ended up being an expensive flirtation. Gale's team fined him 10,000 Australian dollars, which works out to about 7,000 US. Gale called it a simple joke, no disrespect intended.
And if she felt that way, then I'm really sorry for that.
He issued an apology, and I accept that. I just want to move on.
It moved us back to the time a plastered Joe Namath got over amorous.
I want to kiss you.
I couldn't care less about the team struggling.
And the Time Fox sportscaster Aaron Andrews had to take evasive action at the Daytona 500.
Of course, 50 Cent here. I gotta go talk to Danica Patrick. Good to see you.
Maybe it's good to see that occasionally a female interviewee flirts. Tennis star Maria Sharapova seems sweet on an Australian reporter.
You have so much good self-esteem when you speak. It's really nice.
You too.
What was the question? I was just admiring your form.
Well, I admire yours.
Next thing you know, the reporter was broadcasting a message in Russian to Sharapova.
Maria, tai oken krav Eva. Maria, you are very beautiful. And I'd love you to give me your number in English.
With that volley, maybe he should be blushing. Ginny Mo, CNN.
Don't blush, baby.
New York.
I'm not blushing.
Let's now take a look at our 3-day forecast. Up tomorrow, the cold air stays with a high of 46 and a low of 34. On Friday, it will be cloudy with a high of 46 and a low of 39. And finally, on Saturday, it'll be cloudy with a high of 54 and a low of 46.
Wrapping up tonight's show, a California man suffering from muscular dystrophy has one last wish. He wants to see the latest Star Wars movie before he dies. Mitch Ball, who is bedridden, says it would be a dream come true if he could see The Force Awakens. Stephanie Cruz spoke to him. She filed this report.
I don't have a lot in my life.
Every breath, every moment, everything we take for granted is a struggle for Mitch.
It would just be so amazing to me. We'll experience that.
He's only 30. In those 3 decades, his muscles have deteriorated, leaving him bedridden and on life support.
It's been almost a year and a half since he's been out of this bed. Pretty sad.
That means his mother cares for him around the clock.
I would give anything if he could have that dream fulfilled. It would give him something to, be happy about, thankful for.
Around his bed, signs of a life too early to end. Star Wars Legos Mitch's brothers assembled for him. His passions in life surround him because he's too sick to leave his bed.
If somehow I can make this happen, it would be a wish come true.
Mitch has started a social media campaign he hopes will reach Star Wars creators and touch their hearts. With all Mitch has been through and what he's facing, Star Wars is a reminder of a simpler time, childhood innocence, when life was as simple as good versus evil.
Not a single movie or character I don't like. I love the adventure. I love how it's like an escape.
An escape, a final chance for Mitch to forget about reality, even if for a few hours.
I might not live much longer, but the last thing I want to see is I want to be able to see Star Wars.
Remember, if you have a story you would like us to cover,
or if you have an announcement about an upcoming event, please send an interschool mail to the TV studio at High School East, or you can email us at tv21@trschools.com.
Also, be sure to tune in to TV21 throughout the day to catch the show as we bring you stories from around the district. Also, please take a look at our website, www.trschools.com/TV21.
Well, that wraps up tonight's show. From Schools Today, I'm Shay Branda.
And I'm Susie Keating. Have a great night.